Illustrator has several viewing modes that provide ways for you to view artwork and select objects, especially when artwork becomes particularly complex. Understanding how to use these viewing modes will save you time when working with your own artwork. I'm beginning this video with the viewing.ai file already open on my computer. And unless you've changed your current viewing mode, your artwork almost always opens in the preview mode. Now we can tell that if we come up here to the view menu, we can see that outline is the only available option. So what I'm going to do here, you can see that right now I'm seeing the artwork as it's going to appear. And to see this a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this logo so we have a better idea what it looks like. And you can use your zoom tool to do that, or you can hold down Command spacebar or Control spacebar on your keyboard. Now if I go to the view menu and I choose outline, that's going to basically hide all of my artwork, or at least the appearance of the artwork, and only show me the fundamental paths that make up that artwork. So you can see if I click on this path here, it's going to select it, and it does tell me down here at the bottom of my tools panel that it is colored using this lime green color, but I can't actually see it applied. And that's one of the nice things about outline mode, is that I can look at the primitive shapes without having to be distracted by the actual artwork. Now, once I have it selected, I can always go to the view menu and choose preview again, and now I'm still going to be previewing my artwork, but I still have that object selected. So if we go back to outline mode, and you'll notice that the shortcut is Command Y on Mac or Control Y on Windows. So you'll find yourself often utilizing that keyboard shortcut by just pressing Command Y or Control Y to get into outline and or preview mode. So in this mode, it's a lot easier for me to select objects. I can see the individual components that make up my artwork. I can select them and I can adjust them. This is really helpful. Like I said, as your artwork gets complex, you can see the primitive shapes without having to be distracted by the overlaying artwork. Now I'm going to go back to preview mode here. I'll just go to view and choose preview, because the other options that we have, if we go to the view menu, we have overprint preview, and that's going to preview any overprinting that might be applied to my artwork. Now we really don't have any here, but what we could do is we can click on this object, and if I go to the window menu and choose attributes, that allows me to, with this selected, define this as an overprint fill. So if I turn that on, you're going to see that the artwork changes slightly, because now instead of, from a printing standpoint, instead of the P here knocking out the green background behind it, it is now printing on top of it. And you'll notice as I turn this on and off that I can see the P shape getting darker, and that's because it's overprinting. Now with overprint preview turned off, even though I turn this on, I'm not going to see any change. So keep that in mind as you're working with your artwork. And it's also helpful if you received artwork from someone else and you wanted to see maybe what was overprinting in your artwork. So I'm going to turn that back off and close that panel. And the other option I wanted to show you is under the view menu, which is called pixel preview. And I'm going to turn that on. And what this essentially does is shows you a rasterized preview of what your artwork is going to look like if output to a raster-based format. And this is especially useful for people who are creating artwork for the web or even for video, where pretty much all artwork gets rasterized before it gets to the final destination. So even though I'm not truly rasterizing this artwork, I'm able to see what the artwork will look like when it is in fact rasterized. So I'm going to go to the view menu and turn off pixel preview so I can get back to where I was. And hopefully you can see how beneficial these viewing modes can be when you need to select and modify objects in your own artwork. As your artwork becomes more complex, you'll appreciate the available viewing modes even more.